Yo, what up?
Ain't nothing chilling.
Team. This is the Clean Team Chronicles episode 4. I'm here with my brother O. And we laying the foundation. It's a culmination. When we get to that point, you're gonna be surprised. I hold still at the end, who stood tall, and who hold it.
For sure.
And why they hold it.
For sure. So the last episode, the team was coming together. Y'all just decided y'all was gonna go to York now, right? To go out of town. I believe that's what. Right.
We went out of town together, but I feel like that was light years ago, and it really wasn't. It was probably a couple calendars.
Right.
But when we left off, I was kind of like the Lone Ranger. I
Right.
was moving solo, but I was connecting with different dudes. Like I was doing my thing with Sonny, and then he went to jail, and I was fucking with my man Lulu's.
Right.
Then that didn't work out. Both of them dudes ended up, they not there no longer living. He rest in the power. But I was messing with them dudes and I was picking up things that I needed to add to my arsenal of intelligence, street wise, street wisdom from those guys. And
Right.
I hadn't even started like getting money with the members of the cream team as far as the government. So I wasn't even getting money with none of them yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just coming into myself. This late 94. I took a loss at my mom's crib. I kind of, held her responsible in a way, and I didn't speak to her for like a month. I got over it. When you're 16 years old, $5,000, it's like, you know,
Right.
a lot of money, me.
Right.
And, I was upset with her, but then I got over it. And once I got over it, my spirit felt free again. And I started getting into the bag again. Now, I started becoming fascinated by cars.
Right.
So, leather jackets, and North Face coats, and
Right.
jackets, and stuff like that. OG sweaters. So my appetite had changed like overnight.
Right.
Then I went from hustling to help my mother and to help myself
Mm-hmm.
to like really being an initiation and wanting.
Right. What you think was your first purchase as far as like jewelry and stuff like that?
Man, I went to Lucky. I went to Lucky.
Mhm.
Lucky on Florida. He had like this very little shop that a lot of players used to go to.
Right.
And I bought a chain from her. I had bought the chain. I had seen Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, he about to pop out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I had seen him with this Figueroa chain,
Mm-hmm.
and he had the St. Lazarus piece on it. That was like my first big purchase. It's only $1,000 when you took about it.
Back then. And you talking about back then too.
You took my 94. You know what I'm saying? So by the time 97 rolled around, I was wearing chains that was 15 grand.
Right.
I had a Rolex, you know what I'm saying? It was different,
Mm-hmm.
That was like my first big purchase. Then the pinky ring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it was the Hayden Lex jackets, the North Face coats. You wanted to be fly when you was going to the skate. You wanted to be fly when you was going to the Park Hop Plaza.
Right.
This is when the clean scene was forming.
Right.
Because I started running with my man Porter. He wasn't allowed to go out of town yet.
Right.
His mother was kind of strict.
Right.
Shout out to my man Porter Waterbed, you know what I'm saying? Legendary dude. He got his name from the real Richard Porter.
Right.
His name is Richard, and we just added the Porter
Mm-hmm.
because it was a time when he was winning more than all of us. He was winning off of his mother to get care.
Right.
So he looked like the bag when he killed him.
Right. Right.
Now, so when we 14, he had a Philly jacket. Like,
Right.
but me and him started running together. And we would do the every time I came to New York, we would go to the skate key Wednesday night, ladies night, Saturday night, 11 to 3, 11 to 2, whatever it was, and I wasn't driving yet. But I had like you know how Nas said he had car 85.
Right. You had the OJ. You had the OJ on call.
Yeah, I had triple threes.
Mm-hmm.
So I would call triple threes, let them know I was going to be in New York. And me and my man Porter, we'd just go out and we'd party, man, all night long, man.
Right.
Then the next day I get up, it's back to work. I go out of town. One day he was like, "Y'all want to go out of town with you, man?" I was like, "You know, Bernice ain't having that, man." And he lived right across the hall from my girl at the time.
Right.
So he always saw me coming in the building or leaving out, dropping bags off there or just hanging out with her and her family or whatever. So this was like my real first like right hand man, Paulie, and he ended up going out of town with me there, and he stayed with me, until he got paralyzed.
Yeah.
I'm saying he got shot up.
In York or in the city?
He got shot up in York.
Oh, okay.
He got shot up in York. This was a couple years after we was running together, to keep the timeline tight. But he had got popped up. He had got shot in his face, his back, and all that. And I remember going to the hospital and being there for him, man, at the hospital. Then when he woke up there after surgery, the doctor telling me he might not never walk, being showing his mother around when she got there. He came from that type of family where, his mother was going to come wherever he was at.
Right.
If he was in some type of trouble, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I remember, it didn't sit well with me that my best friend at the time, he was saying he wasn't going to walk again.
Right.
And I always wanted to be there for him no matter what was going on in my life. Yeah, being there for him no matter what was going on in my life almost costing me my life.
Right.
Well, we'll get to that in some later episode. Porter was like one of the first dudes that I would consider one of the first clean type dudes, man, about that paper, about getting fly.
Right.
Though, because remember, the clean team was an image, an idea,
right,
a movement.
That's
You know what I'm saying? A vibe. It wasn't the government convicting me of being
right,
a street thing that was terrorizing the neighborhood. The city wasn't safe long as I was on it.
right. And like a lot of kids back then, even if they weren't really fully in the streets, they had crew names like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember like around here, around my way, we had GHP, Group Home Posse. You know what I mean? Like, so, and they was it, you know what I mean? It wasn't really they wasn't selling drugs like as of yet when we first had that name. And then later on, yeah, as they got older, then everybody started going out of town, going to Albany and stuff like that. Then it became that. But the origin of it wasn't like a drug dealing or a gang type of thing. It was just the right. It was just the crew. It was just people from around it. First of all, like I would say, maybe like only half of the people ever lived right here on 119th and St. Nick. The rest of them came from other blocks, 118, 17, the east side of Bronx. People came from all over and just to hang out on 119th and St. Nick. And then they just became like a little family, you know. So, right.
Same niggas in legendary block.
Right.
As well as a legendary block in the Bronx.
For sure.
Same thing. I wasn't from Queens. I think if I never met Basilla,
you wouldn't even be old. You wouldn't have went on that side?
I probably wouldn't have stayed on McCoon's after Champ got killed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Champ got killed on McCoon's road.
Okay.
Craig got killed. When Craig got killed in 92,
Mhm.
he was trying to kill me.
Oh, okay. Y'all was together?
Yeah, we went to get some motherfucking bricks. We walked across University, and somebody let an AK.
Damn.
I'm looking to see where the shots is coming from. And a car pulled up on the sidewalk and ran me. Damn, they ran me over. It hit me so hard, I probably went 2 stories into the air. I came down on my face. Oh, baby, really, really. I just heard the shots. And I just heard more shots and more shots. I pulled and crawled between two parked cars. Right. Craig got killed that day. See. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And how old were you then? Like 16.
I was 14.
Look at that. That's crazy. Like you shouldn't that's things that you shouldn't even have to go through at that age. You know what I mean?
But like again, man, the childhood be so short now, you know.
Yeah.
I had already seen so much at that time,
Mhm.
you know, that I shouldn't have saw. I remember going into a corner store and a dude chased another dude into a corner store.
Right.
And I remember like being in there going like in the refrigerator front where they would have the juices and all that.
Right.
Man, this dude shot this dude in the head. I was like, "It's
Crazy. That's crazy.
we laughed up
Yeah.
the shoot.
Mhm.
It's never seen the laugh until
Oh, he was just out there doing more shit. It's- yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true.
90s.
It's true.
Uh,
It's true.
But yeah, man. So you know, all of those things eventually led us to banding together as brothers. It was me and Porter. And you know, 95 comes in there, you know, I'm still really like a lone ranger with Porter coming down with me on the weekends and all that.
Right.
Me and him might do it down, me and him might do 10 grand overnight, and then he'll jump back here, go back to New York, and then I'll come after him. You know,
Right.
and that was around the time that I bought my first car.
What was that?
I wanted the Land Cruiser.
Right.
I wanted the Land Cruiser. It was used. It was a 91.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackie, you know, rest in peace, Jackie, man.
P. Jackie.
You know, she's very special, you know, very special person, and she get to, you know, the story as well. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to the reasons why and all that. But she used to give me windows. Then one day she was like, "Yo, you be dropping crazy paper on credit cards. Why don't you just get a car with a note?"
Right.
I was like, "I don't want no note. Like, I want to buy shit. I want to buy straight up." So the Land Cruiser was sitting there, and it was a 91.
Mm-hmm.
This is February 95. And I'm like, "Yo, I want that." She like they got 80,000 miles on it. Like you know, it's kind of big. You're not a great driver. Why don't you get this car?
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, the car is gonna be in her name, so she benefits from
Right.
me getting a car that she like.
Right, for sure.
My very first car, I gave her 5 bands. I took it down with me to the dealership.
Right.
I ended up giving her 5 bands, and I took care of taxes, everything, and I drove off with a Dodge Neon. 1995, brand new, no miles. And I brought that shit back to the Bronx. I was the first nigga from my family
Mm-hmm.
to own a car, to have a car.
Right.
I was the first nigga from my hood to come back with a car.
Right.
And it was on from then and there, man. That's the appetite just got super bigger, wow, bigger. Like it's cars now.
Right.
We just want jewelry and clothes. We want cars. We
Right.
cram the safes with money, you know. And once they see me with the car, I think that was the thing that really drew dudes to want to get money.
Right. They like he really doing it now. Like chains, clothes. That's changing clothes. That's light work. Once you got a whip and you ain't got no license, nothing, you got a whip already. Nah, yeah, it's like he getting bread out there and a brand new, up to date.
I just started making Dodsley on that year.
Right.
I'm looking at this shit like, nah, I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like this? This a brand new car. You don't. She talked me into getting it, and that was my very first car. That was the car I came back to New York. That was the car everybody knew, little Ty. That little niggas get money. I want to get money with that nigga. Niggas wanted to. It started with niggas. Yo, I just want to go to. Let's take you out with you. Take you on a. And I'm gonna end it with this, man, because I don't want to, go over the time when we want to keep things constrained and,
Right.
But my coming out party was that simple.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gave my legendary status. I remember running in the Rock and Boogie and God bless the dad, Ike. And these dudes was getting super wild people. We went to the tunnel that night.
Right.
I remember us racing down the West Side Highway.
Mm-hmm.
I think Booney was in the Lex. I think Rock was in a Bears. I thought there was like 6 cars, like 9 of us. That was the first time I had ever went inside the tunnel. And I was already one of them dudes that love clubs. I just love clubs. I just love looking to my left. And it's a chick over there to the right, and it's a chick over there. And, that competitive nature. These dudes is getting money. They trying to see what we got going on. And you seeing dudes you went to school with. You seeing dudes you was probably locked up in Sparkfield with. I love going to the clubs, and that was me and Porter's thing. That was the thing we did. That was our thing. And that summer was my coming out party. Niggas seen me with them. Then it was officially, yo, Ty is getting money. Then the trajectory, it was just up, man. The shoe I was on, I was the littlest, flyest nigga. I probably weighed about 140 pounds. I just thought I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The legend was going from there. It was me and Porter. Then, that summer, I remember only built for Cuban Links dropping, and I remember Fang running with us.
Right.
And, it was the cars though. That's what was the draw. I realize it now. When people see you with the cars and jewelry, that he's not playing.
Right.
He's dead serious. This kid is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes wanted to hit me with, yo, man, look, man, you want some consignments?
Right.
Like, that's how much my shit was up in the Bronx and Harlem and shit.
Right.
In my mother block, I told you, like, there was organized crime going on there. So I'm pulling up with the car. Jack Huff is out there. Robin them is out there. The preacher crew.
Right.
And I'm getting cool with these dudes. Like, it's just crazy, man.
It's crazy. Yeah, 18. I think we should cut it off here, and then we'll continue with the building of the crew, and then we'll get down to the essence of the crew, the rules, regulations, whatever you had. All right, yeah.
Like, a lot of people think the main culture and this and that, and it's. I think, dude, the rules was the traditional rules. It was unspoken understandings.
Right.
No lying, no stealing, no backbiting, no slandering.
Right.
Never fuck your man's girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No snitching. Oh, it was the save money. If your man go to jail, get him a lawyer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was it. It was the shit that was going
The
on
basic.
for the last 8 years in the streets.
Right. Right. And so, pretty much we running out of time for this episode, so we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it here. But like we said, this episode, the other ones, check them out if you didn't. And if y'all got any questions, y'all remember any of these things, any of these times that he talking about, y'all can talk about it in the comments, leave messages, and keep.
Man, it's validated, man. It's
Right.
verified. We want you to like, share, comment. Follow us on the gram, man. Go check out my website. Comic book. I'm really great at writing. I don't miss.
Right.
I'm your favorite. And whoever your favorite author is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking with him.
For sure.
That's my contemporary. I won't say my competition. I don't want to be in competition with nobody. Those
Right.
are my contemporary. Check us out. Peace. This has been another Crane Scene.
Chronicle.
Crane Scene Chronicle. Get with us.
For sure. Easy.